When can you split a radical into two radicals multiplied together? In this first example, we cannot be sure that x and y are both positive, so we really can't split it up into two parts. In the second radical, we've become accustomed to splitting this up into a nice radical times a not so nice radical. And the first radical can be written as 5, and the second radical as radical 2. So we've simplified that. Now comes the exception. By adding the addition of the imaginary numbers, we're going to have a new rule that says we can split this up into radical 9 times radical -1, because we've come up with a way to write the square root of -1, and the 9 simplifies as 3. And that's good, because then this last problem here, we can split it up into 3 parts. First, we're going to split this up into radical 100 times radical 2, and then again this exception where we allow the -1 to be broken apart, which gives us I 10 radical 2i. So here we have examples of when we can and when we cannot split a radical. And this first one we can't be sure because we're not sure that they're both positive numbers. If we knew one of them was negative and one positive, we could try to use this last style over here, but we can't be sure in this particular problem. Now, multiplying two radicals, radical A times radical B, I think the assumption is that if radical A and radical B actually exist, that they're going to be positive numbers. We can't always assume that, but as long as we know that they are, we can put them together. But we do need to know they're both positive. So that works out really well here, because radical 2 times radical 18, we can multiply the radicands and get radical 36, which simplifies as 6. Last example. Here comes the most important item for our imaginary number, complex number problems, where the only thing we can do with this first radical is to split it up into square root of -1 times square root of 3. So we want the square root of 3. And then the second one I'm going to split up into square root of 12 times the square root of -1 again. So this gives us 2 in the middle become radical 36, which is 6. We got I, and 6 times I is 6i squared. And I think we remember that 6i squared would be 6 times -1, or -6. And that answer would not occur if we were allowed to multiply radical 3 times radical 12 into negative radical 12, because we would have gotten positive 36, and we would have gotten a positive 6 for the square root. So you can see here how we have to break that down.